everybody. Welcome to my humble homestead and garden side chat. First off, I just want to say that yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm alive. Thank you so much for your messages and contacting me on the different platforms, asking me where I was, what was going on. Did I quit YouTube? No, I did not. The last couple weeks have been quite a challenge for me, a physical challenge. And my stubborn self tried to deal with it naturally for several weeks. And I ended up getting worse and worse and worse. It started off with some asthma. I think I've had a sinus infection, sinusitis, for quite a while. I do get chronic sinusitis, but I was trying to treat it with some grapefruit seed extract and just, some tinctures, trying to do some gut health stuff, just trying to really boost my immunity. I don't know that I really started that soon enough, but I think I thought maybe it was allergies and things like that. So I think it got out of hand before I kind of got it under control, or didn't get it under control. Actually, I started getting really bad. My breathing got really bad. My migraines got horrible, and it started affecting my job performance. I'm still breathing kind of hard. I don't know if you noticed in my other videos, I couldn't really catch my breath a lot. I was breathless. I was out of breath all the time. So I ended up going to the doctor. I wasn't moving a lot of air. And interestingly enough, the doctor said, it was exactly a year ago this time, the exact same thing happened. Didn't want to do antibiotics, fought it, did the same thing, ended up super sick. I did, sometimes we just have to ask for help. Yeah, it got to the point, it got really bad. I was fainting. I couldn't get out of bed. It was to the point where I needed to do something. I missed pretty much a whole week of work, and my house fell apart. I ended up getting really depressed. I couldn't do anything. Like, I literally could not even get out of bed to bathe. It was that bad. So I got on an antibiotic and prednisone, which are two things that I really hate the most because of my past and it affects me physically. But it was either that or be admitted, and I didn't want to do that. So that's kind of what has been going on. I think to be proactive about this, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my calendar for next year, for January, maybe even the end of December. And I'm just going to put it to start doing some more proactive things to try to really boost my immune system, dietary, supplementary, just really, I think what starts it, for me is, especially around the holidays, I just let my diet go completely. So I think maybe end of January, hopefully I won't be on vacation, but I think I'm going to have to really buckle down and not eat that sugar and things like that really affect me, and then just really boost that. So anyway, so that's just a little, just to let you know where I've been. So I'm here. I'm on the mend. I'm still, taking it easy, doing a little bit. I did reach out and ask for help. This is not something that I normally did, but I did get in a depression, and my house just kind of, I don't know if any of you experience this, but I listened to a message and it gets overwhelming. I can get up and do the basic things like get my dishes done, or, thank the Lord that I had this canned soup, because if I didn't have that, I would have no nutrition at all. I could do nothing. And I'm like not one to worry my kids or anything. I'm sure if I would have asked my son, hey, can you bring me some food? He would have. One of my friends, she's like, what do you need? I'll be there. And I'm just stubborn that way. But I'm learning to ask for help. It's humbling for me. One of my love languages is giving. And so to give, it's hard for me to receive. So I'm learning. So one of the things that I did for myself, and I will let you know how it goes. I think I watched a YouTube video on a person on cleaning through depression is really what it was, because I was like, I literally had to, I'm like, I need some help. This house is just driving me nuts. I mean, and it's not to me, for me, it was driving me nuts. So, just I had the gardening stuff by the door, and so I found this, this cleaning place where the first time you get like 3 hours for virtually free. And then, you just sign up if you want them to come once a month or once a week, once every other week, whatever. So I'm going to have them come for the first time and just kind of have them like do the floors and the windows and the things that I just can't get to, that are just really the dusting, because, with my allergies and asthma, when I dust and do things like that, it sets me off. And it has really put me in a funk, you guys, to have my house like this. So I just decided, you know what? I am going to ask for help for this. And it really, I never did, because it made me feel like a failure. Like I watch you guys that have 8 children and you do it all yourself and you garden and you do that. And it's me. But I just decided, you know what? I do work full time. It is me by myself. And I really do want to have a successful garden. And I had some people at work tell me, you know what, you do so much. And to me, because I see so many other people, I don't think I do that much. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to gift this to myself so that I can do more things. I really want to enjoy my garden this year. I have a friend from work who's going to help me with some of my garden beds and things like that. And then I'm going to grow food for her too. I'm super excited about it. Patty, yes. So I'm really excited because, we go through a lot of the same, we go through some of the same things. She has some challenges and things like that. So I'm hoping that the gardening will help her too. And she's so good at building things and doing things like that. And I am not. And her dad has like every tool in the shed, literally. So I'm really excited to have some help this year with little things like that. And then sharing the produce and the proceeds of our work. So, it's my first year that I've been able to look forward. Not that I haven't looked forward to it, but just look forward to this season as being successful. And I'm growing in healing myself internally too. I found a great app that's called Pause. And it's for me, it's spiritual, it's biblical, and it just gives me time to just really meditate in the Word, in God. And you can do like 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, and I just take a moment, and it's been very healing for me. So this is kind of what I've been doing while I've been in bed, just working on my inner self and learning to humbly start asking for help. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So I'm here. I'm back. I'm going to edit and post my last videos from Pantry Challenge that I haven't even got to yet. But we finished it. Yay! And when I feel better, I'm excited to go grocery shopping. I still have some food left in my pantry, but that's awesome because I'll be using it, but I'll be able to get some fresh foods and things like that. So I'm so excited to hear how your pantry challenge went. Did you guys make it through 2 months, 1 month, 1 week? How did it go? Let me know in the link before. If you want to just watch our pantry challenge, it's called 3 Rivers Challenge. You can watch different people, how we do it. One thing that Jessica encourages is you make your own rules. So see how we do it. That's why we're going to start growing our food this year. What I'm going to do right now is I'm getting ready to do some seed starting in this video today. That's what I'm doing here. I just wanted to share a brief little moment of what happened, because I apologize. there was nothing I could do about it. It's just, it was life happened. Life happened to me. It was not pretty. It was not good. And I praise God. I'm over it, or getting over it. I'm going to be able to work, again. And so it's good. But anyway, so I'm going to do some seed starting. I got my winter sowing buckets are still buried in snow. I was going to go out and shovel them out. I was honestly too sick to do it. And then we got more snow, and I did glance to, I haven't even been on my winter sowing Facebook group that much because I literally, with my headaches, I couldn't even really look at my computer. But I did peek a little bit, and a couple people said they leave theirs and it's fine in the snow. So I am just going to, God bless them. Amen. Praise God that they're going to be fine. We'll see. There's no failure in gardening, because gardening is, it has so many benefits of exercise, benefits of peace, benefits of growing food, so we learn every year and we grow, and we're just going to see. So I'm still going to do some indoor seed starting too, just as a backup. And then I'm also going to do some direct sowing. But I was not going to do indoor sowing after I had so many fungus gnats last year. I was horrified. I did not like it. I did not like it one bit. They swarm around your face because they look for oxygen. I tried everything. I found out that apple cider vinegar does not work on fungus gnats, because fungus gnats are not the same as fruit flies, and apple cider vinegar works on fruit flies. So a couple things that I've learned I want to share with you to prevent, and hopefully, if I have one or two, it's not the end of the world. But I had so many, I was never, ever going to seed start inside again. But here, I'm going to try. I've learned a lot. I've done some research. So the first thing that I'm doing is I am going to sterilize my soil. So with that, I will show you. Here we go. Okay, so right now, I am just going to get my fertilizer ready for my seed starting, and I'm going to mix it with some cinnamon. I actually just pour my cinnamon in here, but I thought I had some just regular grocery store cinnamon. I searched, I couldn't find it, but if you just go to the dollar store and have regular cinnamon, you can just use that. I don't have any in my house, and since I haven't gone grocery shopping from the pantry challenge, I'm just going to use the cinnamon that I have. So I'm just going to throw about that much in there. Instead of coating the top of all of my little plants with cinnamon to keep the fungus gnats away, I'm going to mix it in with my soil. And now I have my teapot boiling on the stove, and I am going to pour that boiling water in here, and I am just going to I'm going to mix it. Well, I'm not going to mix it in, obviously, right now when it's piping hot. But I'm going to let it sit until it cools a bit, and then I'm going to mix it all up and just let it sit till it's cool enough for me to start filling my solo cups. And this is going to sterilize the soil. Even though this is a new bag I just opened, we don't know what was in the soil. It's a little damp, and this will help at least prevent some of those fungus gnats. So I'm just doing some natural things here to prevent. So, yep, I'm going to go get the hot water, and I will show you as I pour it in. Oh, yeah, it's boiling. Hopefully it won't melt my container. But here we go. Just going to pour that in, and I am literally going to let this sit for a while. Just like that. I dumped it all in. So I'm going to let this sit and soak in this boiling and not disinfect, but process. And we'll check it in a bit. And another thing that works really good is cinnamon. Now, you can either directly sprinkle cinnamon on each of your little plants. So if you have house plants and you have fungus gnats, you can just sprinkle cinnamon directly right in the soil. But since I'm just doing seed starting, I am just going to take the cinnamon and sprinkle it right in my potting soil or garden soil, and then as it's sterilizing, and I'm going to mix it together. And another thing that I'm going to try is hydrogen peroxide. This is another thing, and it's safe. So if you have just the regular that you buy in the store, it's 3% hydrogen peroxide, you can directly water this straight onto your plants. I need to get more. This is almost gone. So the day that I go grocery shopping, I'll just pick up another big bottle of it. So we can directly water with that. So that's another way to keep it. The last thing that I did is I did order those little yellow sticky things, and I'll put those in a couple of my little cups and see if I do have any. But other than that, I think that should be okay for the seed starting of mine. And now that we have that, that's going to cool down and that's sitting. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some holes in my solo cup, and just so I have, good, that's not good. I got to find something that's going to work on these to put holes in solo cups. I have my drill, but I was hoping like just a knife. And then I'm just going to pull out just my tomatoes and peppers. That's what I'm going to do. And then the ones that I also have in my seed packets. And I'm just going to do tomatoes and peppers today. It is early March. And the problem that I had with my peppers last year is I didn't plant them early enough, and they didn't grow. I didn't get enough peppers. So I ended up buying a lot of peppers. So I'm going to start my seeds early enough. And I bought the ones that I did start inside, they got real leggy. So I got some chains to hang my lights so they can be really low and I can just keep raising them. So these are the things that I've learned for last year. So that's what I'm going to do. So right now, while my soil is cooling, I'm just going to put some holes in my solo cups. Well, before I do that, I'm going to find out exactly how many solo cups I need. I'm going to see how many tomatoes and peppers, because I'm just doing tomatoes and peppers today. I have my calendar. I counted back from my last frost date, and then I look on my tomatoes and peppers how many weeks I need. And it's tomatoes and peppers for my growing season in March. And then in April, I believe I have it on my calendar. In April, I believe I'm going to start, I don't know, something else. I do have it on my calendar, but there are some great websites that you can look at. If you look at your last estimated frost date for your, if you put in your zip code, you can find what zone you're in, what growing zone, and then find your last estimated frost date. And then from there, you can see how many days till maturity, usually on your packet. That's usually what I write on my card when I transfer them in there. And then I count back how many weeks that is, and I put it on my calendar when I need to start those seeds. So that is what I'm going to do here. I will show you once that soil is cooled off and we can get some seeds starting. All right, see you soon. Thanks so much, you guys. Thanks for asking about me. I really appreciate it. See you soon.